Hello everyone and welcome to my Royal Family official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to Vanessa Fetz, Sasha Walpole is a hero for how she handled Harry. The utterly decent Sasha Walpole deserves a drink whenever she's available, and I'd love to buy one for her. In fact, I'd be happy to spar with her entire endearing and unflappable family. For 40 years, Sasha has lived a sedate and private life. She is a married mother of two who has no desire to gain notoriety in any way. Of course, we've all heard of Sasha by this point. Without considering the shock it would cause to her serene existence, Prince Harry allowed his ghostwriter to write a string of sultry sentences about the stallion-like older woman who stole his virginity. The cheesy lines about being soundly smacked on the buttocks as a conclusion and being ridden like a young stallion in a drunken coupling in a field behind a pub cannot be undone. Despite Liz Hurley's hasty denial of all knowledge, a global search was launched. Sasha anticipated being exposed. Friends who remembered what The Spare referred to as the inglorious episode were texting her nonstop. Her transformation from unknown to front-page news was about to occur thanks to a 21-year-old role in The Hay. She consulted her father for advice, as she was about to become front-page news. She sought counsel from her father. She would take control of the narrative, they agreed. Sasha's story contains a wealth of wisdom, much of it heartwarming. People like the Walpoles are examples of down-to-earth people who don't give a damn about fame, fortune, or royalty. Harry was merely a stable friend. She told her mother and sister when they did what drunken teenagers do. She was only 2 years older at 18, and it was never brought up again. She continues to minimize the situation even now. It was only 5 minutes, nothing to worry about. We also learn more about Harry's narcissistic tendencies. He finds the idea of living in a goldfish bowl horrifying, but he doesn't hesitate to expose Sasha. You shouldn't be concerned about Sasha. She has a loving family and close friends around her, and she exudes a quiet common sense. She is aware that in our youth, we had a right to some roughhousing in a field. She has been modest and open, and she will return to her happy life with a few extra pounds and the support of the country. But even though she claims, I don't understand why he went into such detail, none of this would be taking place if it weren't for the book. I can't help but wonder if Harry and Meghan, who put other people's lives before their own, have the same chance of finding contentment. Why does learning that obnoxious rocker Liam Gallagher had a hit replacement make us feel a little more energized? Could it be that a bionic joint will help the 50-year-old rock and roll star bring his unabashed bad boy swagger to packed venues while he shrugs off the stigma of the surgery? From the moment of our birth, we are in decline. A portion of us disappears, leaves, and disappoints us. We operate in a certain manner. To a Zimmer frame, Liam would still bring fire and brimstone. Teeth implants, elastic waistbands, or titanium hips don't take away from our essence. I attended Alison Hammond's 48th birthday celebration while carrying a broken heart. My stomach was in knots from apprehension as I despondently drove alone up the dark M40. I had complete faith that the sat-nav woman would get me there safely. I didn't need to worry. Alison is a rock star, a national treasure, an exceptional friend, a one-woman comedy show, and a source of kindness and knowledge for anyone who comes into contact with her. It's obvious that what happened in Solihull on Saturday night stays in Solihull, but man, was it a healing, enormous, life-affirming experience. Everyone who cared about Alison made the claim that they were her closest and most devoted friends. We all survived. She is dedicated, gifted, and evidence that, on rare occasions, people do receive some of what they deserve. Put an end to the £7 million renovation. When the Peers' entrance to the House of Lords is renovated, 9 peers of the realm have written a furious letter in which they express their disgust at the rising cost of replacing the doors. The estimated cost right now is about £7 million. Instead, they advise building a perimeter security fence. When so many people are struggling financially, the baronets are right when they say that the expense can't be justified. The lords and ladies, please, install a fence and some blue tack in the existing door. Even if it were set with Cabocan rubies, now is not the time, and the price is absurd. The inadequate man, Amol Rajan. Amol Rajan, a mercurial BBC fan favorite, discusses his early employment as an inadequate man in a casebook for an agony aunt on Channel 5's The Right Stuff. Most of us engaged in somewhat specialized gainful employment in the past. I might have used the pen name Vanessa Fox to pen raunchy, titillating copy for the late Paul Raymond's Men Only. Despite my shock and sadness, I'm unstoppable. Just let me say that I didn't anticipate being single at 60. To do a Darby and Joan till death do us part was something I was really hoping to do. Therefore, you find me to be, shall we say, discombobulated. A relationship that lasts for 16 years is commendably long, so it comes as quite a shock when you have to call it quits. The entire situation being publicly played out is not helpful. The naked ape likes to lick its wounds in secret, and I'm a human. But I can tell you this. The survival instinct awakens with a vengeance even in those eerie, silent hours before dawn. I'm not going to let my shock and sadness define me. In a few weeks, I will celebrate my birthday. I will hold my adorable grandkids, go out with my amazing girlfriends, and I fear I will continue to make lots of mistakes. I get knocked down, but I get back up, as the great Chumbawamba sang. You won't be able to keep me down ever. Thanks for watching if you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any updates.